Welcome to the Dear Doc podcast, where we will discuss the business of running a dental practice with a panel of experts. Now, your host, Dr. Christopher Hoffpower.
Hey folks, this is Doc Huffpower coming to you from my home studio here in Alvin, Texas. Now, this evening I am joined by Kayvon Motts of Doc Sites. If you haven't heard about him, you should check him out, particularly if you're a new practice looking for a great website. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Real quick, I have to do a plug.
Do you feel like you are wasting your time and money marketing your dental practice? The fact is, most marketing companies are not focused on your best interests. They focus on their profit. At Art of Dental Marketing, our engagements are month to month, allowing you a low risk and foundational level to build trust as we build real solutions. Right now, TBOD members can enjoy exclusive discounted pricing on our ultra-fast websites and local SEO services. Visit us online at artofdentalmarketing.com or call us at 913-214-8502.
Kayvon, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, Doc. So great to be back.
Well, what have you been up to? It's been a little while. We had some internet issues caused by a fiber optic cable being cut by a construction crew, and so we're back on the air again. So it's been about a month.
Yeah, just, continuing to help dentists out there with their website, their online marketing. And I'm really excited about not only the promos and offers we're going to share later today, but just benefits, talking about benefits of how our websites and marketing make the lives of dentists easier. So I'm really excited to get into it.
Fantastic. I know that's a huge passion for you. I know that a lot of dentists out there, they've got kind of this set it and forget it kind of mentality. We tend to adopt things for about 5 to 7 years. Market research has shown if a dentist moves into a new implant system, 5 to 7 years before they're going to move out. Same thing for websites. We're all really busy, and there's some people out there who have their spouses doing it, or a kid doing it, or some guy down the street who doesn't know anything about dentistry or anything in the space. What do you have to say to those people out there today?
Welcome to the club. A lot of dentists are like that, so it's not abnormal at all. Like, we see it all the time, and we created our product to service that dentist, right? So what we do, for example, is we have something called the easy site transfer. What that means is you might be busy and you don't have time to figure out, what do I do with my domain? Can I bring my current patient forms over? Who brings the website? We will actually do all of that for you here at Doc Sites. So you get a dedicated account manager, right? Which means that same person who's talking to you, in this case, myself, right, will actually go through the process with you, set up your website, and stay on as your account manager, right? So you don't have to jump through hoops. So exactly that. Like, switching is hard because of that reason, right? And we've solved it for that, because we know dentists are busy. So again, we do all the work to make that transition really easy.
I know one of the other things I hear a lot, and you asked me before we started talking to come up with some of these objections I've heard. So I'm kind of coming from a list here that I've got in front of me of things I wanted you to talk about. A lot of dentists, I know that they stick with companies that aren't necessarily giving them the best product because of fear of change, but not just because of fear of change itself, but because they've been burned in the past. And I hear that a lot, particularly you go onto some of these groups and it's just dentists talking about how XYZ internet company or web company, I should say, has failed them. And they've made all these promises, and now they've got this half-finished product they've already paid for. And talk to us a little bit about that side of things and what you've seen and what you guys do differently.
Yeah, so we know it's out there, right? A lot of people have had good experiences with websites and marketing, and some people have had not so, great experiences. And we don't want that to stop you from making a good decision. Sometimes that does, as all of us as humans, even as me, right? I make a bad decision and I kind of don't want to do it, but that would be shortchanging yourselves, right? It's kind of like you've been in one bad relationship and then you're never going to be in a relationship in your life. Well, that's not really the case. It's about finding a good fit. So at doc sites, if you ask people, right, in actual Facebook and you ask them offline, ask them, how is it working with doc sites? You know, the overwhelming response that we've seen and we get is service, customer service. Service is really important, right? So we pay specific attention to that because we know a lot of doctors are not getting it elsewhere, right? They've gotten sold one thing and then, you know, they can't get a hold of their account manager. So we're really clear, we're transparent in our pricing, first of all, so you get an idea of what you're paying. Second of all, we're transparent in our expectations, right? So if you reach out to me, you're talking about marketing, you're going to hear us talk about marketing a little bit differently, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to do a screen share where I can show you, hey, doctor, you talk about great marketing, but look at these missed opportunities. You know, you have 100 5-star reviews, but none of them are on your website, right? Those conversations are not had with other website or marketing companies as much. They're more concerned about just selling you on something. We're more concerned about showing you really what's going on and giving you great service and being there. So even though we have no long-term contracts, we have a very, very high customer retention rate because we're giving a better price and better service overall.
You know, I'm sitting here, I'm looking for something because there's something specifically I wanted to put on the screen for the next question I'm going to ask you. But before I go there, I think I've shared this with you already. So I make no secret that you guys have not built a website for me. And I am very strict about who I bring in as a sponsor. And the reason I brought you guys in is because when I asked people questions about doc sites, all I heard were rave reviews about how amazing your customer service is. Literally, it's the first time I've ever put a post up or I've seen a post that said that someone said, what do you guys think about XYZ dental marketing company or dental, website company, where I didn't see at least one negative review. I mean, there's some great people out there. There really are, and you guys can't help everyone. You're not looking to take someone from someone they're happy with in that relationship, but all these people who've been putting up with less, not getting what they need, paying too much, or have been burned and raked over the coals in the past. So I can tell you guys, go back in time on Facebook, look in this group and look at whenever I ask those questions. All you see is positive response after positive response. And, that to me speaks volumes of how you guys treat people.
Yeah, and the service is good, and so is the product, So like, for example, when we first started out, right, we were just had one website product. Then we realized, people want a more personalized website, right? They want videos being embedded in the background. So we added that feature on our Premier website, right? We realized the value, for example, of membership plans. Think of how many dentists out there now are offering their in-house membership plans. So now we integrated an option where we can easily showcase that and it can go into there. Or we easily integrate, live chat. That's really important. Guess what? We don't charge extra for those features, right? So not only is the service good, but actually we're creating a better product to showcase you, to make it, more compelling for your patients of why they should choose you. So everything from the service to the product is really made to showcase, what you're doing well, the dentist, and make your life easier, from transitioning the website over to doc sites, to building it out, to actually real people who pick up the phones and, answer your emails in a responsive manner. It's all really built around the dentist.
Let me see if I can zoom into this so that no one can see this poor doctor's homepage. One of the things that upsets me, and I know upsets a lot of dentists, is that hold on one second. I think I can do this without hurting their reputation. Let's see here. A lot of the websites that are built by different companies, they're nothing but stock images. And I have, there we go. Now no one's going to be upset. I have a page I'm going to share with you right now. Hold on one second. All right, Kevon. So right now on the screen, our viewers can see a picture that is from a website And let me actually erase that name real quick.
Mhm.
That is from a website. Do you see that picture?
Oh yeah, looks like a big drill in someone's mouth.
Do you see this? Do you see this drill right here?
Yeah.
It's backwards. This is what happens whenever you allow someone to make a website and to put stock photos on it. This isn't the only one. There's always that one white-haired dentist that everyone uses on every single website. I swear, I feel as if I go to a DSO, I'm going to get continuity of care because that same guy is on every freaking website. So that's a problem. And you guys have solved that. So talk to us a little bit about the importance of using actual personalized video for your practice. And again, my friend, I'm sorry that took so long, but I saw that picture today and I thought to myself, I have got to put this on air for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Personalization is really big because if we all take a step back, people want to do business with people, not a practice, right? That's who we're doing business with, right? So the more we can add some personalization, the better, because that patient's going to get an idea of like, oh, that's the doctor I'm coming to see. That's the environment I'm coming to see. And believe it or not, it helps build more trust, right? Photos do that. I think they say a word is worth, is it a couple hundred, photos worth
1,000 words,
700, 1,000, right? So it's worth 1,000 words, and it's really true. So here's what you can do to make more from your website and marketing is like, one, just take, if you don't have it, you can take it with your, iPhone or whatever mobile device you have. Just make sure there's good lighting, right? And send it to your website company or your marketing company just to update it. The homepage is really important. So with us here at DocSites, we will do that for you, Even we'll go a step further. For example, a lot of you have great photos on Google My Business already for your practice. They're already sitting there. We will here at DocSites take that extra step with our Plus and our Premier website options and actually go pull those and enhance them on the website for you. So what that means is you don't do any work. You have a more personalized website than ever before, and you didn't even lift a finger. So those are really important things, right? And as, of course, your team changes or you have new technology, you want to showcase that, right? A lot of you have paid good money for CREC machines, for cone beam, right? For iTero scanners, and that's important technology. But when I go to your website, do you know how many of that I see?
Nothing.
0.
Well, and the thing is even honestly, it even comes down to reviews. What your patients are saying about you. If you're not bragging on yourself by putting that stuff out there and allowing people to see who they're dealing with, what their dentist is like, the equipment they have, how clean the facility is, how modern it is, how, everyone's smiling and looks happy, maybe a video of the doctor, get the Premier website, the premium website. But at the very least, people, you need to be showcasing your reviews. And a lot of these sites are not doing that.
And it's so big, Doc, because we all know the power of reviews, right? And as a practicing dentist, and you've talked so personally with so many of the dentists in the TBOD community, the more reviews you have online, the better you'll do typically, right? And so it's really important. But a big mistake that dentists make is that they don't showcase those reviews on the website. So maybe you have 50 reviews, 100 reviews, 200 reviews on Google, but when I come to your website, if I don't see any of them, that's a huge missed opportunity. So what
Absolutely.
we do with our Premier website is we will actually showcase that on the homepage, and it automatically pulls in your Google reviews. Plus, it only pulls in the 5-star reviews. So if you get anything 4-star below, it doesn't pull it in. So now a patient comes, they get referred to, they see your website, it looks personalized. That's the actual office. Then they see 5-star reviews. Imagine how much more likely they are to say yes, to pick up the phone, to even say yes to a treatment plan. And they haven't even talked to you because of the credibility that you've built already. And nothing shows more credibility than reviews or testimonials from other people. And again, at DocSites, we understand that for dentists, and that's why our websites showcase that. If you compare our websites to others, you'll see We make it clear. There's a reviews page. We make it clear on the mobile. It shows 5-star CSAR reviews. There's a reason we built our product like that, because that's what patients care for, right? That's why, you know, our product is better. We're not just saying it, but we understand the dental industry and what's working well, and we built it around that.
Well, and there's something else that's there that came up on the group this past week, and that was gatekeeping. Guys, this is the legal way around gatekeeping. Show them the reviews you want them to see on your website. Hey guys, this is Doc Huffpower, founder of the Business of Dentistry and host of the Dear Doc podcast. Today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about one of our sponsors. 4G Dental Labs has been a sponsor of the Business of Dentistry for over 2 years now. They're a family-owned business located here in Houston, Texas. They're fast, they're reliable, but best of all, they provide affordable quality. They're just plain, honest, good people. For our TBOD members, for your first 20 crowns, every 5th one will be free. Contact 4G Dental Labs at 833-682-8901. Again, that's 833-682-8901. Or you can mail or even just stop by. Jeff Guidey, the owner, would be glad to see you. So there you go. One of the other things that I see that people don't do is actually, I've always been a big believer in what I call good works well publicized. In other words, if you do something good for people, you make an amazing change in their life, tell their story. I mean, obviously you have to get media releases and things like that to make sure that the patient health information isn't compromised, right? And there are ways to do that with photographs that you don't have to worry about the patient being seen, even if they don't, you know, release or what have you. We can talk about that at a different time. Take Dr. Vuli's class and he can teach you how to take photos if you're afraid and don't know how to do it, like I didn't when I first started, but you got to be putting these on. Talk to us a little bit about the importance of having these photo galleries. Or unless you think I'm smoking crack here. Am I wrong?
I think you're spot on. Like, we all live in a visual world, right? Like, think about it again. I think what helps is if you think of it from a patient's perspective, or your wife or your husband or your mom or your dad goes to a, you know, dentist, right? If they don't know what's going on right in their mouth, which most people don't, but then the doctor sticks in a camera and says, do you see that crack in your tooth right there? Can you see that like line? And then person says, yeah. It's like, if we don't fix that, your tooth is going to become infected. And this is how it could do it. I'm pretty sure that patient sitting in the chair is going to say, when can I make the next appointment?
Absolutely. And, you know, guys, okay, so this is something I did on my website when I was practicing clinically. And what it was is I would take a camera and I would record intraorally and show them the crack. And then I would take that same camera after we did a crown and I would show that area then and show that we can repair that. So that whenever a patient has watched that video, when they're in your chair and you're doing an intraoral exam and you're showing them with the camera what's going on in their mouths, their first thought is, oh, that's wrong. I know it's wrong because they fixed it in this other guy's mouth. And their second thought is, well, I know I'm in good hands. They've already done this. They can fix this. I mean, it might be a no-brainer. I know to me, I know it is to you, but docs, we're not selling to other doctors. We're not selling to other dentists. You know, we are convincing patients to come into our practices. And so the things that we might like in marketing are not necessarily the things that they're going to like.
Very true. Very true. I say that all the time, like, use photography for patients, right? Speaking of before and after galleries, no patient wants to see your x-ray of a before and after of where you put an implant, abutment, or where the crown's going.
They want to see a big gap in their teeth, and then they want to see a tooth there, because patients don't come in for implants. They come in for teeth. And they don't want to see the blood either, guys. Please.
They want to see the before and after, right? Whatever it may be. So what we do on our websites is we have a gallery where we put up your before and afters. We'll even, you know, organize it for, these are veneers, these are implants, and think about what that does for the patient. They see your quality of work. They feel and trust that you can do it. They might even be more likely to say yes to your treatment plan because they have some visual confirmation of the work that you do. So this is really important, even the young dentists, right, who are making it happen on social media. Do you know why they're making it happen on social media? Most of the time, it's because they're showcasing their work and someone says, I want that. Look at her pretty teeth. It's not because they're funny in a lab coat and things like that. The things that actually make them money is they're showing their before and after. You don't have to go on TikTok or Instagram or do any of that for that to work for you. You just work with a company like ours, DocSites. We'll improve your website. We'll take those photos and put them on your website, because at the end of the day, the website that you have is the heart of all your marketing. That's where people are coming, whether they start
Absolutely.
on Instagram or Facebook, or they get referred to you, or they Google you. Eventually, all roads lead back to your website. That's why we're really big believers of showcasing, your before and afters on your website, and we do that for you.
So one of the things I'm going to say here, and I believe I'm correct because we've talked about this once before. If you go in with a basic website, Kayvon's team can always upgrade you. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. A lot of new docs starting out, we talked a little bit earlier about if they're a new doctor starting a practice, they should definitely be talking to you. A lot of new doctors starting out don't have these videos, right? I'm going to tell you a surefire way to make more money and close more sales, but it's going to involve you having a website that has videos. You ask every single large case that comes into your office. You ask every case at first, because you don't have a lot of those whenever you're a new grad or a new practice owner. What kept you from getting your dental work done? 9 out of 10 times, you're going to find expense, pain, time, and fear. And it's fear of all those other things. So what you do is you make a video of a patient with the before and after pictures in it. And then you have that patient telling their story about how getting this treatment done was amazing. And they were worried about the expense of the treatment, but Dr. X took care of me. They found great financing options. They helped me to get the treatment I needed and wanted. You talk about pain. You have them say, look, I was scared to death to come in here and get this tooth extracted or to get my dental work done because I was worried it was going to hurt. Because when I was a kid, and they'll tell that normal story where everyone says, oh, the doctor put his foot on my chest and ripped the tooth out. We've all heard that one. But the thing is the truth is that that's how they feel. And that's how a lot of your patients feel. So if you can communicate that in video, and you can say, like, Kayvon, you came in, you were in pain, and you've agreed to talk to other patients to keep them out of pain. So what was it that kept you from coming into the office to get that needed work done? What is it that made it build up to this point? And Kayvon's going to say, I was afraid it was going to hurt. Well, how did we do? All they have to do is say, hey, it was painless. It was amazing. I'm so happy. And then you say, well, you made a good decision. I'm glad we could help. It's a recipe, guys. Follow the recipe. Get a premium site and put videos on it. Sorry for just going off there, but I'm passionate about video.
That is an absolute fantastic nugget. People want to hear, stories of something they can relate to, right? And so that is a great question of why haven't you come in, basically? Why did it take you this long? And then you realize what's important to them and speak to them. I love this because, when you understand things like Doc is talking about and what we're talking about, that's when your practice starts to really thrive, right? It's not just the website. It's not just the SEO plan that we do. It's not just the social media that we do for you. But when you do all that, then you combine it with everything you're talking about, right? Like, how do you speak to them? How do you share with them? What do you communicate to them? That's when we see practices really thrive in the long run.
Absolutely. Just get on eye level, have a person-to-person conversation.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here, my eyes, I don't know if you noticed, my eyes have been darting to over your shoulder. I forgot one that I hear all the time, and it wasn't on my list. Search engine optimization does not work. I've actually even seen them with that little table with the guy, sitting out in the park with the sign in front and says, convince me, right?
Convince me. SEO does not work. Convince me.
So search engine optimization doesn't work. Talk to me about that. That's one of the big complaints I hear.
Yeah. So, our business has been working with dentists for 14 years, and I speak around the nation a lot. And long story short, when people ask me what's the best use of my marketing dollars, I always say it's actually search engine optimization. So it is effective because it brings you that quality, consistency that a lot of other channels don't. Why is that? Well, think about it. Most people, the first place they go to when they want a dentist, they're going to ask their friends or family. That hasn't changed. The second place they'll go is where? If they don't know what they want, Google. Right? So that's where people are going. And it's just a matter of showing up there. So now it's just a matter of, is your SEO effective or not? Right? And I understand like the pain point of the dentist. I speak to many doctors. They're like, dude, I don't know what I'm paying for. I don't know what I'm getting. All I know is the price. And sometimes I forget the price, right, of what I'm paying even to get SEO. So what we've realized works is building great content and having good optimized website. If you can do that and sprinkle in great reviews, that is what's going to be successful for you. So what does that mean for you? And what do we do for you for SEO? So one, if you're considering my SEO is not working, feel free to reach out to me, text me, call me. I will do a screen share just to show you. Just like that patient sitting in your office, you show them the cracked tooth. I will do the exact same thing and show you in very simple terms why it's not working. Because if you don't have awareness, it's not going to work. So once you understand it, then you can see the strategy that we use that works is we build you a great optimized website, and then every single month at a very affordable price, starting from a couple $100 going up, we will actually create blogs and content for you to help you get visibility. What that means is we'll do the writing, we'll do the publishing, we'll do the posting for you. And what's different here is that we focus those on what patients are searching for. And doc, this is really, really big, right? I see all the time the biggest SEO mistake dentists make is they're hiring a company and one, they're not even blogging or creating content. That's the biggest mistake. Two, if they are, they're talking about things that a patient would never search for, like how coconut oil makes your teeth shiny. Yeah, that's funny, that's cute, but I guarantee you will never get patients if your marketing company is blogging that. That's why
they're writing about things and claiming things that are true that aren't true, and they're on your website. I have seen that. I've seen a dentist website recommending charcoal brushing and oil pulling, and I'm sitting here thinking, my God, does that dentist know what their SEO company's doing? Because then that patient's going to come in and say, well, it was on your website.
They don't. And I'll ask you from a dentist, what has dentists just keep kind of paying, and not looking at it and not realizing it? What would you say to those dentists who are just kind of in that set it and forget it mentality right now?
I'll be honest with you. I think it's kind of like watching a class 2 lesion that's touching the dentin. Now, some people are going to disagree with me there. They'll say, oh, no, you can keep watching it. It's not going to get any bigger. What are you watching it do? If your web presence isn't continuously getting bigger, it's a little dark secret about dentistry. Our back door is bigger than our front door. Mm-hmm. And people leave by the back door. Unless you're continually driving new patient acquisition, if you're a great clinician who finishes up work and gets people to do all their work, you need new patients because you need more work to do. And if you're not a great dentist who doesn't finish up all the work, you need more patients because you're only going to halfway do their work. And if you're the kind of dentist who's just scaring patients off, you need more patients there too. And please learn not to scare patients off, because that's way better investment, even better than SEO. But guys, if you're not getting this done correctly, you're paying for it, whether you're getting the SEO or not.
Yeah,
that's my pithy little comeback to you, my friend.
That's really it. It's you're paying a price. So again, we do websites and online marketing. We have special offers for TBOD members.
I was about to remind you that we had promised them special offers. Are you ready to get into that?
Let's get into it. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
So if you're considering upgrading your website or your marketing, you're not happy with where you're at, we have special pricing for TBDOD members. So you can get it in different ways. You can go to docsites.com/TBOD. That's an option so you can see the special offers. Or you could text me directly at 818-489-9823. So what we're offering is 25% our standard website setup. So instead of a $999 setup, you're saving $250 and you only pay $749. We cover the rest. Our monthly fee for the website starts at $59 a month. Now, if you're looking for something more personalized, right, with more features, we were talking about the premium website with the videos and showcasing reviews. We're actually running some summer promos on those. So if you are interested, again, feel free to reach out on our Plus website and our Premier website. And again, we do everything for the website. We bring it over, we transfer it for you, make your life easy. And then we offer affordable and effective marketing packages to really help you get the most from your SEO, your social media, and your online visibility.
Fantastic. Now, here's where you're going to be floored. Kevon, who are they going to call to talk about this?
Myself. I give out my personal cell phone, 818-489-9823. You can reach out to our company as well. You can go to docsites.com. The thing that we're really known for is our responsiveness. So if you want to work with us, we're here for you.
Fantastic. So guys, the information for all those deals are going to be right up here, right on top of us. Read it this. Well, I read it this way, and I'm all reversed in the camera here. I was trying to say just read it right here. So his phone number is going to be up top too. Just text him with TBOD, and he will give you our special pricing. Kevon, is there anything that I didn't bring up that you see as a big issue that dentists suffer from a lot with their websites? My first thought was cost, but companies like yours have driven that down so much. I remember when I first started, they were asking like $15,000 or $20,000 for a website. And I was just like, I was sick to my stomach. That was a lot of money. So other than price, because that's no longer an issue. You can get a great custom website for a great price now. What other things have I missed?
I think you hit on everything. And to summarize, like, we talked about some of the biggest and most costliest mistakes that dentists are making with their website, right? What to avoid. The first one being that set it and forget it mentality. If you have that, like, it's okay. Like we all do. I get it. I'm a business owner, right? When I get busy, my own marketing gets put on the back burner. So like don't feel bad about it. It just happens, right? We're all humans trying to do the best and service our clients. But that doesn't mean now that you're aware of it, you can't do something about it. So like, make sure if you've been thinking about it, reach out to me, contact me, let's do a review. If you've kind of been burned in the past before, just use your best judgment now to make the best decision. We talked about, are you showcasing your reviews, right? Did you do that? Does your website showcase that? What about photos? Are you using personalized photos and videos and testimonials to do that? Maybe you don't have before and afters, right? Maybe it's all of these things and your husband or your front desk made the website and you're ready to switch, right? These are all good reasons to give us a call. Text me at 818-489-9823. We do have special offers. And again, we're here for you, and any support we can do with your website or your marketing, we're here. And again, Kevon and DocSites, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us this evening to watch this Facebook Live. And Kevon, thank you as always for being an amazing sponsor of TBOD and helping us to do what we do to help other doctors. I really, really appreciate it, as do our listeners.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Doc.
Bye, guys. Hey, folks, before I let you go, I just wanted to make sure I thank United Medical Credit for sponsoring this podcast and also the business of dentistry. Go check out their website at www.unitedmedicalcredit.com/TBOD to get a special deal.
Thanks for listening to the Dear Doc podcast, your source for the business and legal questions associated with your dental practice. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dear Doc podcast on all major platforms.